snap, and then the defensive end. Both.
Welcome in, everybody. This is the Who Fat to Play podcast. I am Austin. That is Ryan. You missed your cue. We talked about this in the...
We did. Yeah, that was like an hour and a half ago. Too Fat to Play podcast was brought to you by our good friend Sticks Golf Lounge, right down on the Humboldt Square. As usual, they have not moved. They don't plan on it. Stop in, have a drink. Tell them Ryan and Austin sent you. What do you got for us today?
Oh, shit. All right, so I wanted to start this with a question because this gets posed the normal way it's posed. There's always room for debate. There's always room for questions, but there's usually pretty solid answers in most cases. So the way this is usually led, and I'll start with the AFC West and the way it usually goes. Who is the best quarterback in the division?
Oh, starting with the AFC West?
Yeah.
Mahomes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we get the gist of what we're looking at here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to follow it up with this. Who is the worst starting quarterback in the NFC East? Of the actual Dak, Jalen, Jackson, and Jaden.
As much as I can't stand him, Jalen's got a pretty deep ball, but fuck, he can't do anything else.
He's also the only one that's got a Super Bowl.
So does Trent Dilfer.
Well, he also has a Super Bowl MVP. But
so does Joe Flacco.
We both remember that Joe Flacco run. Even if his Super Bowl numbers weren't incredible, the playoff run numbers are in the record books.
Also making my own point here, his Super Bowl numbers weren't great.
I saw that question posed on First Things First.
I can tell you right now, it ain't fucking Jackson Dart. I watched that team this weekend dominating the Bears. Dominate without half of their fucking offense. That team is decimated. Coming from a guy who watches a decimated team every single week, that team is also decimated. They lost their quarterback, Russell Wilson, what I would say was former first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Used to be Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Now we don't know. I'd say it was all Pete Carroll, but we're looking at the Raiders right now, and we're not sure what the fuck is happening there. So, and Jaden, injury-riddled season, in his sophomore year, this happens with 99% of quarterbacks.
Yeah, had a all-world rookie year. Now we don't know what he's got.
Right now he's C.J. Stroud, which that to me puts you with Dak Prescott and Dak Prescott light. So Dak is the worst because I'd rather have Dak Prescott light than a full-on Dak Prescott.
So they talked about this for a little bit, and Nick Wright goes,
because outside of the deep ball, what does Jalen Hurts do incredibly?
Get pushed.
He doesn't scramble well. He doesn't read defenses great. His over-the-middle ball is average.
average. It doesn't exist because he doesn't believe he has the arm strength to throw it. That's why A.J. Brown was wide open in the middle of the field, and he scrambled for 4 yards out of a clean pocket.
The only thing he's got, I guess, is the lack of turnovers because he's just not willing to throw the ball, and which makes him more valuable to the team than Dak Prescott because that motherfucker, unless it's the fourth quarter and they're down 30, can't seem to hit his wide receivers in the fucking face. Now, if it's a game-winning drive, it's going to be picked. So that, I think, Jackson Dart, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott. And Jackson Dart, next year, swap him and Jaden. Because guess what? He's going to have a new head coach. We're going to get to that as well. Because I think we can both agree the firing needed to happen. But this wasn't this wasn't it.
The timing of it was awkward. You're like, oh, you also lost your starting quarterback? We're going to fire you now. Sorry, you're going to fire me based on Russell Wilson? Why? I mean, yeah, I probably should have had Jameis as the backup, but it was oddly timed. So a quick recap of the podcast league. Pull this up. There we go. I
now want to do the same thing with AFC East teams.
We'll get there. Hold on. I took down 2 thumbs up. Ryan got the win over Beefsteak. 2 Girls, 1 Cup gets a rare victory for this season against number 1 Tallywhacker. Riley Reed option goes down to Kareem Pies. What are you doing, Step Burrow? Continues the descent from first down to, I believe he's in 3rd place now, with the really rare loss to Glory be to the A-Gap, and Long Duck Dong gets over Team D-Wack. The standings going into week 11, I have officially, and I say that because I'm the only 8-2 team, claimed the number 1 spot. 2 thumbs up, 7-3. What are you doing, Step Burrow? And I guess you, Bullets Pearsall, and number 1 Tally at 6-4, rounding out the playoff teams. Team Beefsteak at 5-5. The first 2 teams out are also 5-5, and Long Duck Dong and Kareem Pies. 4-6, Riley Reed option. 2, 3, and 7 teams at 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and Glory be to the A-Gap. I swear their records have been married all season long. And Team D-Wack is bringing up the rear at 2-8. This week's matchups, I get Riley Reed option. Ryan gets Brian in 2 Girls, 1 Cup. What are you doing, Step Burrow versus Long Duck Dong? 2 thumbs up versus Kareem Pies. Team D-Wack versus Glory be to the A-Gap. And Beefsteak versus number 1 Tallywhacker. And it is funny, I was talking with the owner of the Kareem Pies, who, mind you, can't get logged into the Sleeper app and is 5-5. And informed him that he was so. It was rather humorous when I checked in. I was like, oh, yeah, not only did you win, you were the highest scorer of the week by a lot.
By more than 1.
I was like, this is dumb because I can't put a big score up. So yeah, I say let's hop into the Brian Daboll stuff. Giants have relieved Brian Daboll of his duties, which, as me and you talked earlier, when you start your career 7-2 and through 50 games, you have won 20 since then. Or let me phrase that: you've won 13 since then. You are 20, 49-1 or whatever it is. The firing was due. You've been below average your entire.
The only thing I can think, and if it's the case, then they owe Brian Daboll everything. If he was the main reason they drafted Jackson Dart,
yeah.
And if that's the case, they owe him everything. Now, depending on who they bring in as head coach, because if they bring in the wrong guy, they're also fucked.
Yeah, when they bring in a defensive specialist next year.
Yes. Yeah. As much as I want Robert Saleh to be a head coach again, because watching the Jets, it was not him. It's funny how that team goes from 500 to trash with arguably better players. It's kind of crazy how that works. But, yeah, if they do the same thing, if they go out and get a defensive-minded head coach, there goes the development of your quarterback who you just drafted. And while the results weren't great, your best development, unless you get Mike McDaniel, who at this point in time has turned around and said, you know what, that guy was the reason we were losing, and so was that guy. I can show you that I can win with anything. That's what it seems like he's doing in Miami right now, so it's going to be fun to watch that one play out.
Yeah.
It's also pissing me off because that team is so bad. Even though they're winning, you're watching those games going, that's not a good football team, and he is that's a true Shanahan team. He is willing a team that should not be winning to win, and you could tell he literally said, Tua, if you're so great, win this football game. He's taking it out of Tua's hands, and they're winning football games. Crazy how that works. Jackson Dart is at that.
Insane.
They're going to fuck this up. The Giants, I have no faith in the Mara family. They're going to fuck this up.
Oh, yeah. Especially because they kept Joe Schoen or Jim Schoen or whatever his fucking first name is. I think it's Joe. Like, if you want to fire Daboll, great. Why is your general manager going to be leading the search? Like, unless he was against Daboll and drafted Malik Neighbors and drafted Jackson Dart and drafted Scadaboo. Like, if that was all him making that decision and Daboll was like, I don't want that guy, okay. I have a hard time believing that's the case.
Yeah, watching how he reacted when Scadaboo was on the field and when Jackson Dart was on the field, Brian Daboll was like, those are my boys. He went into the fucking blue tent for them on more than one occasion. Probably sent them some really weird text messages if I was assuming. But it's just... they're up, right? Comfortably. The Bears have been stifled, stymied. Nothing they can do. Their offense can't get on the field, not because the Giants' defense is good. The Giants' defense played like dog shit. But because the Giants' offense, did I say that correctly? Did I say defense? Okay. Yeah. It sounded like I said offense in my head. But the Giants' offense was going to stay on the field as long as they needed to keep the Bears. Their idea was the best defense is a great offense. And then Jackson Dart goes down with an injury. And Russell Wilson's like, I just don't have to fuck this. They scored. How about I go 4 and out, 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 4 and out. I don't know how many times it was, but I had the game on laughing. I did because I was like, oh, hell yeah. Because it was proving everything that I've been saying about the Bears. And then Jackson Dart gets hurt. And suddenly...
And now Caleb Williams is clutch for 2 weeks in a row.
Yes. I watched the game. He did nothing spectacular. The other team just didn't score.
What do you mean? He had a post route to his tight end who then ran forever.
Barely. I've seen that ball. You've seen it too.
Yeah, it was a post route to his tight end that was supposed to gain 16 yards, and then Colston Loveland just ran forever.
It's pissing me off because it's validating shit that's not real.
It is so dumb.
It's like the Rams win and being favored over the Seahawks right now. Are we that fucking blind? Did we not watch the football games? Did we not? Are we unable to decipher from two bad teams playing, one of which getting dominated, to a team that everybody tells me is good and a decimated team getting dominated, and one of those teams losing and the other team winning? Like, Are we not able to fucking have have some nuance to the conversation? Because here's a little bit of nuance. I'll go ahead and get right into the Broncos. We're going a little off script with the game order, but the Broncos.
That's Thursday Night Football.
You're right. No, I guess you're right. That was Thursday night. That was a dog shit game. I still fully I watch Bo Nix play football, right? And he is having a sophomore fucking season if I've ever seen one. Yeah. But for some fucking reason, every time he's on the football field, I go, oh dear God, that's more mobile. Drew Brees. I don't know why I forgot the greatest quarterback of all time's name, but that's more mobile Drew Brees. His decision making isn't perfect yet. We're also, for a team with a quarterback in a sophomore slump, they're 8-2. That should terrify.
That defense is fucking ridiculous.
The defense is ridiculous. Absolutely. The Raiders do fucking suck.
Yeah. The Raiders are also a shit football team.
But I've got, excuse me, this upcoming week against the Chiefs, I'm telling you right now, I'm picking the Chiefs. This is also the exact, if the Broncos win, I can't be surprised because they have done nothing but just on the offensive side, just enough.
Yep.
Which is all you need. What did Tom Brady do for the first fucking 10 years of his career? Just enough.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not comparing Bo Nix to Brady.
Right.
You know that. Some people are going to go, "Oh, you say it's no. Brady's in New England."
Brady wishes he was that good this early.
It's fucking pissing me off. So having some nuance is going, yeah, Bo Nix is not having a great season. But you can't tell me that it's not. If I'm the Broncos, I'm not looking for another quarterback. I'm looking for a little bit of offensive line help.
And I'm just looking for offensive line help.
And getting another year in that system. Maybe we need to dial it back some more this year. But I remember how we looked at the end of last year. And he's trending in that direction. He's very much a learn as he goes, like hands-on learner, it looks like. Because the further you get into the season, the mistakes are almost head-scratching, but you go, oh, wait, I see what you were doing. You weren't quite right, but I understand why you threw that there. You were wrong. But the progression was right. The thought process was you didn't have the skill to freeze the safety. You missed the linebacker dropping back into coverage.
Yeah. So I say Denver's such a weird one because
I think they could be.
It's one of those deals where you're in the regular season, you're like, that's gonna be rough. But the big name playoff teams, they're going, give me Denver. Give me Denver. If I have to be a wild card team,
I don't know if I'd want to see them in the wild card because that's where shit happens.
True, but
I'd want to see them in the divisional game.
But when you look at the teams that might make up the wild card currently,
right.
Where if the Steelers happen to hold on to that division, where you could have the wild card teams be the Bills, the Chiefs, and the fucking Ravens. If you're one of those three teams and you're the wild card, you're going. If I don't get Pittsburgh, can I get Denver?
Right.
Like, yeah, that defense is menacing, but the playoffs come down to quarterbacks a lot.
Yeah, he's not there yet. The Broncos have no need to worry about their quarterback. What they need to worry about is just solidifying the offensive line and getting him more playtime.
So I think they need to address their quarterback room by bringing in a smart, savvy veteran to help teach.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. The Raiders suck. I don't know if I said that or not.
You did.
Okay.
You did. But just in case somebody missed it, I would like to point out the Raiders do suck.
So bad. Maybe it was Russell Wilson and not Pete Carroll.
Maybe it was Pete Carroll and not Russell Wilson?
It's so hard to tell because both of them are so bad right now.
Ted, it's definitely Geno Smith. We know that for sure. We definitely know that for sure. It's Geno Smith.
Man. Atlanta takes the L to the Colts. That game.
So I feel like I've asked this question before. What is Atlanta? Because they gave the Colts
3-6.
all they wanted.
Took it into overtime, and Jonathan Taylor called game.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor called game multiple times. He shouldn't have had to. The dude's got 5 straight games of 2 or more touchdowns.
He has 4 games this year of 3 or more rushing touchdowns.
Absolutely asinine.
He's on pace for 30 touchdowns and 22, almost, I think it's like 22,950 or like 22,55 or something total yards for the season.
I hope he gets it.
Me too.
Absolutely. I hope he gets it.
He is on pace to damn near match LT's MVP season.
Yes.
And like it's incredible. And I mean, obviously, I think when it comes to the playoffs, that team only goes as far as Daniel Jones will take them.
Could you 5 years ago seen the meme last week, and just even after how it ended, because last week would have been a bad time to bring it up after the way it ended. Saying it this week, 5 years ago, we have this discussion about starting a podcast. One of our topics is we have teams going all in on Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
We would have laughed, had another drink of whiskey.
2 trade deadlines ago, we still would have laughed at both of those names.
I know.
Like, it's wild.
Oh, my God. So dumb.
Although, I really hope for Indy's sake that Sauce Gardner plays a lot better than what he did in that game moving forward.
Oh,
Granted,
shit.
I understand you just got there. You're new to the system. There's some different things. He did not look good.
No, he did not.
Drake London packed him a lunch, kicked his ass, and then took that lunch.
Yeah, it was bad.
So, yeah, I hope he looks a lot better because if you gave up 2 first-round picks for a corner that plays like that, you're in trouble. We've already addressed this next game quite a bit. New York loses to the Chicago Bears 20-24. I don't feel like I learned anything from that.
I'm legitimately angry that the Chicago Bears have technically a better winning percentage than the 49ers, because when those two teams meet up here in a few weeks, it's going to be a slaughter one way.
Chicago is just they are so weird. I don't understand how they're winning. I don't understand why they're winning. And don't get me wrong, Caleb keeps doing shit in crunch time where you're like, if you only watch crunch time, you're like, that dude is a fucking quarterback.
Crunch time and scripted plays.
And it's been more crunch time than the scripted stuff here lately. But
he is Dak fucking Prescott.
Except he wins on those final drives, which is so dumb. But yeah, it's been so weird. Buffalo.
Okay. We talked about this pre-show. I made the joke that Brian Daboll is already headed back to Buffalo. You said, I don't think Sean McDermott wants that. I understand why, because Sean McDermott would fix Josh Allen, which isn't going to be hard. We know how to do it. We know how. It's run the goddamn football, for one. Why the fuck in this game do you come out just trying to throw lasers all over the fucking place? There's no need to.
Yeah.
And the same, I'm going to say, this 2 teams right now need to listen and take notes from the fat moron sitting in this chair right now. To win a football game, when you have a quarterback that is great to all-time at best and Dak Prescott at worst, I'm going to keep throwing that name out there. You help him by gaining confidence on screen passes, slant routes, and running the fucking football. And the best way to set up a screen and a good slant off of a play action is by running the fucking football. Now, this helps if you have a running back like Josh Jacobs or anybody that plays running back for the Bills, because they always seem to be good. Especially when you've paid a man a lot of money to run the football. Run the damn ball. Run it. If it's 2 yards, 2 yards, 2 yards, and you've got 4th and fucking 4.
I'm so proud of you for doing the math correctly on that.
Thank you. It's fine. Punt. Because guess what? You do that for 3 series in a row, you're either going to wear them down or they're going to stack the box, and then you can hit the fucking quick slant or the screen. Once you start doing that, it's so crazy. Because I've watched my team who's running out third stringers.
Hey, Brian Robinson won angry runs this week.
Thank God. He fucking that was not his angriest run of all time, and there's been others throughout his career that he deserved
That was
more.
a culmination award.
That definitely was. Absolutely. And he finally gets what he deserves. He deserved it a lot when he was in Washington. Yeah. But he's finally coming into his own. I cannot wait to see him, that two-headed monster in the backfield, actually get rolling. But Buffalo and Green Bay, use your all-star running backs. You're paying them both lots of money. And we know one thing about running backs, right? It's not longevity. It's about carries. While you're paying them, you run them into the ground. Yeah.
Your job is to run them so they don't get a second contract.
Fixing these teams is easy.
Do what Indy does. It's just not what Indy did last week. Because Indy tried to throw the ball last week. What happened? Case in point.
Even the best Chiefs teams had a semblance of a run game. You wondered why the fuck Isaiah Pacheco was running into the center for a 2.5 to 3 yard gain 45 times in a row. And then out of nowhere, it's a quick fucking bubble screen to Travis Kelce. And out of nowhere, some unknown wide receiver is streaking down the sideline because everybody fucking come up. And it was a 50-50 shot if Marquez Valdez-Scantling was coming down with the ball or not. But Patrick Mahomes had the opportunity to put it up for him.
I'm so glad that you believe that it was 50-50.
Benefit of the doubt. You catch it, you don't. That's 50-50. We all know it was really like 90-10. It was getting dropped.
Okay.
But
on the bright side, the Buffalo Bills have solved all their woes.
I will say, because I didn't like him being on my team, he caught everything that Mac Jones threw at him. Which made...
The Bills just signed McCole Hardman.
Didn't they also sign MVS after the Niners released him?
I have no idea. I do know that they just signed McCole Hardman, though.
I did see that, but I'm pretty sure they signed MVS as well. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I do. Have you heard the report of what they were trying to give for Waddle? They offered Miami a first and a third for Waddle.
I don't know how that fixes anything. You fix that offense by running the damn ball.
Well, when Keon Coleman's your number one wide receiver, I think the jury's come back on that. That's not going to be that's not going to be a option for success. I think if you put a Stephon Diggs at the one spot and he's your two, I think you have a viable wide receiver. He's not your number one wide receiver. He is not a number one wide receiver in the league.
They need to go out and offer a second or a third for Brandon Ayuk this offseason. As much as I don't want to see him go, Ricky Pearsall's coming back this week, and that you need to offload that contract.
So what, IR next week?
Easy. Guy was not hurt at fucking Florida. he had a PCL injury after getting shot last year. That fucking meme.
What do you mean? He's injury riddled. He got shot last year.
Shot, came back early, 3 weeks before he was supposed to, and got hurt again. I think he had like a lung contusion or some shit after getting fucking smoked last year. Yeah, he probably had that rib that got shot get bruised again, and is like, you know what, maybe I should sit down for a few more weeks and figure this shit out this season. And then the last 5 games of the season last year, he was damn near a 1,000-yard receiver. Like, he had a PCL strain and missed 6 weeks. It's a 6 to 8 week injury. He's right on schedule. And actually, looking at the rest of my roster, it wasn't an ACL or an MCL, so 6 to 8 weeks is nothing.
Jesus. Miami.
What the fuck is Mike McDaniels doing? It has to be. This has to be.
This has to be. I was getting told what to do. Now I'm going to do what I'm going to do. That's all I can think.
Because before the GM got fired, Tua was very adamant, and Tua's talked his way out of the building.
Oh yeah.
There's no way he's on this roster next year. This is Mike McDaniels literally going, I was told to work with that. I let you guys see what that was.
Now we're doing it my way.
Now, I can go out and win us football games. I can win us football games. Put a team around me. Yeah. And that might be the scariest thing coming out. No, it's not the scariest thing. New England's the scariest thing coming out of the AFC East. I don't like it in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. But that's the second scariest thing coming out of the AFC East until they hit cold weather, because we all know how that goes.
Right.
Baltimore beats the Vikings. That was a damn good game, kind of.
It was. McCarthy is...
He wasn't making enough faces.
Yeah. I mean, the defense for Baltimore appears to be getting themselves straightened back out. They've got some guys back. They got Roquan back. I think they're giving up like 15 points a game over the last 3 after giving up damn near 30 points a game for the first 5 or 6 or whatever it was. So they're starting to get their shit figured back out. Lamar looks like he's coming back. He is not all the way back. He hasn't played a great game yet. And honestly, by his standards, he hasn't played a good game yet. So he's coming back in. They're working back into it. I just don't think McCarthy's the guy right now. And I think there's a lot of questions left with Minnesota on how they're going to move forward. I think you've got to go get. I love Aaron Jones, but you've got to go get a running back. You've got to get somebody that can still be a true 3-down back. And like I said, I don't know that McCarthy's going to be the right answer. But Baltimore, oddly enough, at 4-5, is in position to take control of their division. And
God bless the AFC North.
Remember all those times where we said that is the best division of football? That is the most confusing division in football.
It does not. That football doesn't disappoint, man. I can't stand watching those guys play, but I love to watch them fucking hit the football field.
Yeah. Cleveland loses to the Jets.
Called it. I called it.
I
don't know why.
I don't understand how Cleveland's like, we have Myles Garrett, and now all I can think of is the goddamn TikTok video, and we're the Cleveland Browns. That's my only fucking assessment for the Cleveland Browns. And we're the Cleveland Browns. I love punts.
There's a lot of uproar about Sanders not getting a look. Do you want Sanders behind this offensive line? And honestly, I'll throw this out there because I'm not sure where the pre-draft rankings were coming from, having him as a first-round grade. But obviously the NFL didn't think so. And I think that's what counts.
My thing with Shedeur, and I said this multiple times going up, he makes a lot of Sunday throws. He misses a lot of Saturday throws. He can make NFL throws. He's not the quarterback that social media wants to tell you that he is.
No.
Again, he may be the more talented total overall quarterback, but I still think Gabriel was more ready to play in the NFL, more ready to handle the things that are supposed to be handled. And, I mean, it blows my mind just how much, well, Shedeur was this and that. And
the media had him. The media wanted every bit of that to be the first-round pick that they thought Travis Hunter was. And Travis Hunter is. They had them on the same level.
Yeah, they gave
it
him.
It was very clear that they were not.
Well,
and hell, I bought into a little bit of the Colorado bullshit. I did. How could you not? When their first game together, they come out and I can't remember who they played, but they win. Surprising upset win. Looked good, and then looked like absolute dog shit the rest of the season.
Yeah, and to be quite frank, you're like, well, it was Shedeur and Travis, and that's why Colorado was great. And have you seen what Jimmy Horn's doing in Carolina? Dude's balling. So now you got to share that credit across to another wide receiver. And again, let's not forget that that Colorado team really wasn't that great.
That they came out. I think they started out 3-0, and then after that, they were a below 500 team for the rest of Shedeur's campaign.
Yeah. So I just, like I said, I laugh because it's like I don't understand why everybody thought he was a first-round pick, why he was a number 1 overall pick. It blows my mind. And the Jets are confusing. But it's the Jets.
Yeah,
so.
It's the Jets. I don't put any weight to this win outside of a moral victory.
And honestly, the Jets might be going, God damn it. We had a chance to actually, they were the number 1 draft pick going into that game. I'd have to look now because there's multiple 2-7 teams, but they were the only 1-win team. They fucked that up again. It's impressive how often they do this. New England,
every time we're surprised.
Fucking phenomenal game against Tampa. New England gets the win, 28-23. Drake May outplays Baker.
So essentially, for the first 8 weeks of the season, Baker was the MVP, and there was talk from smart people that Drake May needed to be in that conversation. And now that Drake May went out and beat Baker, Baker's no longer in it, and it's Matt Stafford.
Yeah,
I make it make sense. Drake May is playing fucking lights out ball with, I don't know who his wide receivers are.
I know one of them's Booty. And Stephon Diggs, but
oh yeah, I forgot Diggs. He had, I guess he had one really good catch this weekend because I now do remember seeing the highlight off the left side of the end zone.
Yeah,
he had a phenomenal catch at the side of the end zone. I completely forgot
he's got some weapons. Like
his run game is phenomenal.
Now that they're giving the ball to fucking Henderson, it is. TreVeyon Henderson had himself a fucking weekend.
When you look to the sideline to get a fucking thumbs up to score a touchdown, the awareness.
That dude had two rushing touchdowns in the NFL going into that play.
Yeah.
And he he slowed down to check with the sideline on whether or not he was supposed to score there.
Yeah, and Vrabes just gives him the fucking score, buddy. Ow, I am sore. That was a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, with New England, I mean, if the vote goes today, New England has the MVP and the Coach of the Year.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel should. I think Tennessee's realizing that they massively fucked up by parting ways with Vrabel. Obviously, I guess you highlighted that there wasn't even going to be trade talks between New England and Tennessee because of how that divorce went. But if I remember correctly, Vrabes did not want out of Tennessee.
No, they fired him.
Yeah, that was not a
a mutual parting of ways. They straight up fired his ass
because a guy that I really thought was going to do well for him was Rand Carton, and he coming from my boys. I mean, he literally drafted Azeez Al-Shaair. That was why Azeez went down there to be their middle linebacker. And
then he drafted Will Levis.
Yeah, just traded A.J. Brown. And
which, by the looks of it, talent aside, I can see why he did.
It's hard to say that when you don't get the man the ball.
Well, it's fair. But, yeah, I say, and honestly, the Vrabel situation, like, I genuinely believe Tennessee's going to have a hard time hiring
because of that.
Big name coaches because of what happened with Vrabel.
Yeah.
And by the way, you give Vrabel somebody that's not, I don't know, Ryan fucking Tannehill.
Which we're forgetting what he did with Ryan Tannehill.
Made an AFC Championship game with Ryan Tannehill quarterbacking his team. Ryan Tannehill, who got mercifully let go or traded from Miami. Like, yeah, it's incredible. I mean, like I said, Vrabes, Drake May, I think those are two front runners for year-end awards, and New England they are not a super team. They are not a juggernaut team.
No, but
you can't just go beat them.
No, you can't. I would also put them in the middle of the Super Bowl bubble because out of the teams in the AFC right now, they are possibly the most consistent AFC team.
Oh, absolutely. I don't even think that's a question. I think they are absolutely the most consistent AFC team.
And if, like you said earlier, if you're one of these wild card teams, you want to see Denver. Now, I do, for whatever reason, Denver against that team terrifies the fuck out of me. I would pick Denver again. To me, the matchup just, especially if it's at Mile High, I'm taking Denver. But I think I'm taking New England against the field.
I say it'll be interesting,
which is crazy because I would take everybody else in the AFC in the playoffs over Denver, except for the Patriots. That's the fat guy feeling that I have. Like, I just don't. That one I don't trust.
It's fair. I mean,
for whatever
it feels like that'd be a weird game.
That one feels. If the Patriots were to say knock out the Bills or the Chiefs all season, that's the most consistent team, and those are two other teams that have been up and down. Mm-hmm. The Broncos are also consistent by just barely winning against semi-bad teams and almost good teams.
Yeah.
But they do what they need to. They just keep winning. So that both the AFC and the NFC are wide open, but why does it feel like 2012 where the Patriots and the Seahawks are the favorites to win the Super Bowl? Why?
And the Patriots are battling with Peyton Manning's Broncos to take the lead. It's fucking stupid.
What is happening?
Also, speaking to back in the day, Saints beat the Panthers.
Called that one
in a game that like nobody fucking. I don't even think Saints and Panthers fans watched that game. Jacksonville loses to Houston. Let me phrase this: Jacksonville loses to fucking Littlefoot. The baby long neck Davis Mills. Is the dumbest shit.
How the fuck do you need to get to your own 45 to kick a field goal and you lose a game? That's what I want. Cam Little is out there warming up from the fucking goal line.
Dude,
and
like, I'd like to try to blame Trevor Lawrence for this because he threw that god awful play at the end.
Oh, so bad.
That was also his first pass attempt in the fourth quarter.
I know.
Like when you get outscored 26-0. Yeah, that's bad. But your defense just gave up 26 points. 19 points, admittedly. Because the pick six really didn't matter. He could have gone down. The end result's the same.
Right.
The game's over. Houston wins. But I'm like, how though?
Yeah.
It was fucking wild. I enjoyed every fucking moment of it.
Duval.
Fucking Jesus. And now Houston is firmly entrenched in the race to try to get the second place in that division.
The NFL's weird.
The afternoon games were shit.
So bad.
I was really happy I was driving during the 4 o'clock slate, which is a weird thing to say. Seattle just beat the brakes off Arizona 44-22. The Rams beat up a decimated 49ers team.
We talked about this one before the show. The Rams and the media are sitting here celebrating this win like it was an NFC championship team. That 49ers team started the second half of the preseason games, okay? Most of those guys weren't on the roster preseason.
You've got 14 slots of your starters are guys that weren't supposed to play this season.
Yes. And there are another 11 backups like behind them.
It
was a 2-score game. Juwan Jennings fumbles in the first quarter. There's 6. And then you had your first 3 drives. You go 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Or 3 and out punt. Or 3 and out fumble. And I think that was Mac Jones's interception. Was the third drive. So you're down 21. It's a 2-score game. In the first quarter, there were 2 drives where the other thing that pissed me off was they handed the ball off to Christian McCaffrey. I get it's Christian McCaffrey. In the fourth quarter, they go, we could try Brian Robinson, and Brian Robinson runs through motherfuckers' faces all the way down the field. And after the first quarter, we realized that Mac Jones just needs to hit anybody on a slant. Anybody. The middle of that Rams defense is so susceptible. Hell, the outside of the Rams defense, as long as you can stand in the pocket for 2 seconds against that defense, you've got 2 men open. George Kittle was out there running wild. That game was a lot closer than 2 scores, and the Rams are acting like they won a fucking Super Bowl. It took a decimated team for you guys to finally beat us. More decimated than the team that walked into your house and beat you 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I hate that it was a loss because this also puts us at 6-4, which means my winning percentage is bad, and that puts me below the fucking Bears. And I know that's a better team than the Bears as they sit currently.
I feel you. I'm behind Jacksonville. Yeah. I don't know. Watching Robinson run over fucking Landman in the hole at the goal line was just fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Except for the fact that I have Landman on the fantasy team. So,
well, and Brian Robinson, the last 2 weeks, the Niners have finally started handing him the ball, and he's getting a feel for this outside zone run scheme that they have. Even though they run him up the middle, it's still an outside zone scheme. He is starting to figure it out, and that's going to be if they're not going to get healthy by playoff time, because you can't get healthy when the best linebacker and top 3 edge rusher in the league are hurt for the season, but the offensive side of the ball is going to get better. Brandon Ayuk's going to come back. Ricky Pearsall's coming back. Brock Purdy's going to come back. George Kittle's finally healthy. CMC, B-Rob, the offensive line, if they put together a full game, are phenomenal.
Yeah.
They put together a full half, and then the other half, they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. By the time playoffs roll around and they're looking at the 5 or 6 seed, that's not the team that you want to be seeing.
Right.
I do not. I'm not putting them in the Super Bowl. That's a loss in the divisional round, but that's going to take out a good team in the wild card round.
Say if you catch Green Bay in the first round, or if you or the Eagles or something like that, where A, there's a little bit of hatred, and B, you're the better football team. Yeah, that's not the team you want coming in. Speaking of the team you don't want coming in, the Lions. Granted, Commanders obviously disheartened, whatever.
Yeah.
44-22, and I had to laugh because I was watching that game and I heard the announcer say something, and it just posed a question to me. So I'm going to pose that question to you.
Okay.
The line was the best 1-2 punch in the backfield in the NFL with Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay.
Okay, so my question to you, and it's a two-parter. Who's number 1, and which one of those motherfuckers is a number 2?
I actually do have an answer for this. David Montgomery is my 1. That's my quote-unquote 3-down back, right? Not that you can go either way with it. But on 3rd down, my 3rd down back, I want to be twice as lethal out of the pass game, which is why I have Jahmyr Gibbs there. Because even though I feel like, because it's David Montgomery's his knuckles, which is great, but when I watch Jahmyr Gibbs run the football, he plows he's so fast, he hits you fucked. David Montgomery is very downhill. He's very downhill. He's very shifty.
He's very Frank Gore-esque.
Yes, very Frank Gore-esque.
Same run style, and then you have fucking Jamal Charles
Yes.
as your other running back.
Yes, exact. That's why I have it like that. I think David Montgomery is your quote unquote 1, and Jahmyr. Now those two,
like I said, that's where the number 2. That's where the second part of that question is. Which one of those motherfuckers is a number 2? Because ain't neither one of those motherfuckers number 2 running backs.
Absolutely. Well, and what I love about that team, and we've both said it. Aside from being dirty, nasty, gritty motherfuckers on the field, they all fucking. There's not a selfish soul on that team.
No.
And both of those running backs, for a position that's either super quiet and humble, like those two guys are, or super loud and fucking, I need the ball, like, you can't pull me off the field. Even Christian McCaffrey with Brian Robinson this last weekend. 4th quarter comes running around. It's garbage time. Christian has never come out of those games. Brian Robinson's on the field running dudes over, and Christian McCaffrey's on the sidelines like, you know what? I get paid the same. If he wants to run out there and hit a motherfucker, I'll let him. And both of those guys, like, when your running backs stop giving a shit, and they're just like,
all we care about is winning.
Yes. and both of those guys have, there's no need to worry about it, because if you come in next week and you say Jahmyr Gibbs is your one, what if they game planned for Montgomery to be the one? Now they are fucked, because that completely now they're approaching the run game differently.
Yeah, because Montgomery, you're going to get a little bit outside zone and a lot of stuff up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
With Gibbs, you're going to get a lot of outside zone and a little bit up the middle.
And it's crazy because it's the little bit that they're going to break loose.
Yeah, and what's terrifying is David. You baseball terms, David Montgomery comes up and you're going, shit, he's going to hit a double. And then you're like, oh, thank God it's not him. No, it's the fucking home run hitter that walks in, and you're like, oh, yeah, I now have to deal with that guy. Because he will, A, run me over, and then, B, outrun every one of my teammates.
It's your 3 and 4 hole hitters.
They are so fun to watch. And then I fucking salivate over that offense, because then you factor in, oh, yeah, we have Amon-Ra St. Brown, we have Jameson Williams, and Jared Goff just gets to be Jared fucking Goff.
Sam Laporta.
It's gross. Like, it's
absolutely dirty football.
Like don't get me wrong. Yes, I had peak Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill on the same team. That was fucking wonderful. I didn't have Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Jamal Charles, Dwayne Bowe. I didn't have all of it at the same fucking time, okay?
It's very reminiscent of having George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel.
I hate all of you.
Like, it's not reminiscent. It's the same thing on steroids, because now you got 2 running backs. You've got even your third wide receiver is... If the Bengals had a great offensive line and a tight end and 2 running backs, that's your wide receiver room right there. Like, it's the Bengals wide receiver room, the Niners tight ends room, the Lions running back room, because you cannot get better than that.
Yeah.
Like
I said, there are better running backs than, and I mean, I have Jahmyr Gibbs rapidly climbing the ranks.
Oh, I had him up there last year.
Yeah, towards being that top 3, top 5 back in the NFL.
We have a lot of top 5 backs in the NFL right now. There's a lot of them playing really good football.
Right. But that's the thing, though, is David Montgomery probably is your first string, quote-unquote, running back. And I still think Jahmyr Gibbs is far and away the better player.
Oh,
just because Jahmyr Gibbs has the element that we said it in Kansas City for years. Speed kills. He is not short on it.
No, he can line up in the slot. Just Christian and Luke McCaffrey. If Washington used Luke McCaffrey like a running back, you would have a taller, slightly faster Christian McCaffrey. If Carolina used Christian McCaffrey when he was there in the slot, that's Wes Welker in the slot. Like, you have a running back. You have Deebo Samuel. They're positionless players.
Yeah.
That specialize.
They're weapons.
Yes.
Like, and
offensive weapons, and it is so good for the game of football.
Yeah.
God, it's so good.
Not good. Pittsburgh, Los Angeles, primetime football this weekend was not fun.
No.
Pittsburgh loses 10-25. Pittsburgh looks like dog shit. The Chargers, I'm not even going to say looked good. They just beat a team that could not get their shit together.
The Chargers and the Broncos are winning the same way. They just seem to win.
Which I don't understand I don't understand how TJ Watt didn't have 135 sacks.
I don't either.
You're playing backup tackles. The interior of that offensive line's not that good. Like, I don't fucking get it. And Pittsburgh's defense, a week after they're like, oh shit, that defense might be back. Defense is gone. It's so infuriating to watch.
Eagles at Pack. We've already talked about the Packers.
It's just a garbage game.
What they need to do. one thing that we have to talk about. We're sick and tired of talking about it. We don't want to talk about it. We have to. It's been fucking thrown in our face a billion times. The vote came up last year at the fucking coaches and owners meetings. The fucking tush push. If you're not going to fucking officiate it, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell said to not get rid of it because, I mean, I see where he's coming from. If you get rid of this, then you're going to get rid of another play, and at this point, we might as well take away pads. Great, fine, great. I understand where you're coming from. The center is lining up chest over ball. That's offsides. That's offensive offsides. The only part of the center's body that can be. There's two. A lot of people don't realize this. Those two white lines on the football are to mark your neutral zone. That is your neutral zone. The only part of the body that can be in the neutral zone is the hand of the center. Now, he gets a little leeway. He can put his hand on the opposite side of the neutral zone. Technically, he's not supposed to. Nobody's going to get upset with him using the point of the ball to...
When I played center, that's how I snapped.
Hand over the
front of the ball.
Yeah,
because you can get a better turn and a cleaner handoff.
Absolutely. No, per the rules, you're not supposed to. Nobody is going to be upset by putting your hand. Every center does it. Defensive line.
Yeah, you're putting your thumb on the last lace.
Yeah, you're fine. But when you're lining up, hand on end of ball, under chest, left arm out in front, right? You're cradling the football already for you to pass it up your fucking nutsack to Jalen Hurts' hand. So that's offensive offsides right there. And then let's talk about the guards lining up offsides already. I don't know how many times we've seen that this year.
Every
a lot.
Time.
And then the guards are hitting defensive linemen before the ball moves. Sorry, that's not even the most egregious part. Have we even talked about the illegal formation? You're supposed to line up at the hip. It's like a V. Not supposed to be in a straight line. Your head is supposed to be in line or behind the shoulder pads, but in front of the hips. You're lining up shoulder pad to shoulder pad. That's illegal formation. I played left guard.
Yeah.
The tackles are lined up underneath, quite literally, underneath the guards. The wide receivers are fucking covered. Like, there's no part of the play that is... When they first started running the play 3 years ago...
Something like that.
I think it was our first... It might have been 4. It might have been when we first started the podcast.
It was somewhere around there.
When they first started running the play, I said, don't get rid of it. It's a football... Like, stop it. Find a way to stop it. And if you watch how it's progressed and how it's evolved, it's not even the same play anymore. No. The formations changed. The fucking egregious offsides have changed. The egregious fucking false starts have changed. The illegal formations are beyond comprehension. Before, it was a quarterback sneak where you're getting a little bit of extra penetration because one of the greatest centers of all time was able to time his snap with him lunging forward.
Yeah.
And he was rocketing the ball into the chest of the quarterback. It was like a goddamn long snap. Get it out. All of my fucking momentum is going back. I'm going to hit the fucking nose tackle in the knees. He has zero leverage at this point, so I'm either blowing out his ACLs. It was a little bit of a dirty play, but it's completely legal. Like, yeah. What else are you going to do about it? It's the same thing on a quarterback sneak. And then it turned into this rugby scrum where your tackles and your guards get to pull the ass of the center over the football, and he uses that momentum to snap the ball.
Yeah.
That's obviously an extreme exaggeration of what happens, but when you put it in slow motion, is it really that extreme?
I said when you watch it in slow motion and you watch both guards hit the lineman across from them's knee before the ball moves. I've never been a fan of the play. Obviously, that's not news. But
I mean, I couldn't say I was a fan of it before. I thought it was interesting, but there was a point in time where I was all for keeping it in the game. Find a way to fucking stop it.
yeah, I wasn't, and now it's so. I mean, I know it's something that has to be talked about, but I'm over it because they're clearly not going to do anything with it.
No.
And honest to God, it's gonna piss me off. It's gonna piss all of Philadelphia off. They're gonna throw the flag in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, they're gonna finally start enforcing it.
Say they're gonna throw the flag in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And Philly will lose because they throw a flag in the playoffs, and it's going to piss everybody off.
I think you could, if that's what the refs have in their back pocket to make the game about them, because that we do not have full-time. This comes down to having full-time refs for a multi-billion. I would almost venture to say probably a multi-trillion-dollar incorporation in the National Football League. We can't find, what is it, 5 officials, 2 line judges, 2 umps, and 1
So I don't know what
main.
I don't know what the full officiating staff is, but
We can't find 75 people to do this full time for $200,000 a year.
oh, we can find them. They're just not doing it. I mean, how many officials do you have in the NFL, the Big Ten, the SEC, the Big 12, the ACC, the MAC? You can't tell me it's about the officials. No, it's the NFL doesn't want to spend the money on it, and it's so dumb. Spend the fucking money. Roger Goodell doesn't need, I think, $28 million or whatever he's making a year. Cut his paycheck. Give the referee some money. It's not that hard.
No, it's really not. Roger fucking Goodell. We lost a really good NFL commissioner this last week as well. And we have to sit here and talk about the fucking shortcomings of Roger Goodell.
Yeah. All right. Getting into week, is it 11?
Yes,
Yeah,
week
week 11.
11.
Thursday night, Jets at Patriots.
I don't want to watch this game. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to watch this game. I think that might be God saving me from watching the Jets get absolutely annihilated.
Yeah. It'll be on at the bowling alley, and that's going to be the only way I watch it. Commanders at Dolphins.
I hate this game. I'm taking the Dolphins.
I am as well.
Mike McDaniel has literally... You get rid of the guy that's pissing me off, who drafted the quarterback who tried to throw me under the bus. I make the quarterback look bad. I tell you in private meeting that we all know happened that I will guarantee to win the next however many games. And you're going to get me a new quarterback. I will show you that it is me, not him.
Yeah.
That's all this comes down to.
Yep, exactly. Carolina at Atlanta. The age-old question, what is Atlanta?
Better than Carolina.
I'm going to take Carolina because Atlanta played good last week.
You tried that last week.
I don't care. I'll be right eventually. I was right with Washington last year, okay? I will be.
I was right about Tyler Shuck. Ish.
I don't know. Tampa at Buffalo.
I'm picking Tampa. This feels like a game.
Damn it. I'm also taking Tampa.
This feels like a game Buffalo's going to win, like convincingly win.
It feels like they should, but also Tampa lost last week.
By no means do I think they should. I think this is
This should be a damn good game.
This could, with the way these teams are playing right now, if this was a Super Bowl matchup, I would not be even remotely surprised.
God, I feel like that would be fun. Baker and Josh.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be fun.
I'm taking the Bucks.
So am I. Houston at Tennessee.
Tennessee's bad. I'm taking Houston.
Same. Chicago at Minnesota.
Minnesota, I'm going to need you to do me a good favor here.
I don't trust them to cash in that favor. I'm taking Chicago.
You know that you're the better football team. We all know that the Bears are not a good football team. Just do the right thing.
I have Minnesota leading with 1:36 left. Chicago gets the ball, and Roma Dunze breaks away on a slant route for a touchdown.
Like a 2-yard curl.
and breaks it.
And breaks it. And it's going to get well-covered curl, too. He just happens to, like, Stephon Diggs throw
It's going to be a
him.
bad throw. It's going to be a bad high throw on a curl route.
Oh, my God.
And the corner's going to miss low, and then he's just going to have the safety to beat. Green Bay
and the safety
at
trips,
Giants.
right? Safety trips. I'm taking the Pack because the Giants' defense sucks.
But I thought you took teams that just fired their head coach.
Oh, fuck. It is Jameis starting. Hold on. Give me a second. You make your pick and come back.
I'm gonna stay with the Pack. But all of your reasons all the reasons that have been provided made it very hard for me to pick the Packers.
I don't think there's enough talent on the Giants to overcome defense. Because all of the talent's on the defensive side of that ball, and it fucking sucks. That defense is... You want to see what happens when a team doesn't know what to do with fucking all-star linemen? Like, you keep asking. Your defense would look like that if they focused on linemen. So shut the fuck up about getting a pass rush and just deal with your fucking corners and safeties that are gods, okay?
I just need a pass rusher. I don't want a lot of.
You could have all three of these guys.
I don't want all three of them because then they'd be wasted, and I don't want that much cap space in defensive line. I just want one. Bengals at Steelers.
But you understand what the fuck I was saying?
Bengals at Steelers.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't like this game either. The Steelers. But the Bengals fucking suck too, and the last time these two teams met was right after the trade, and Joe Flacco was pissed off that, I don't know, I'm taking the Steelers.
I am too, and it might just because I've picked too many fucking away teams. Chargers at Jacksonville.
I don't believe in Jacksonville.
Taking the Chargers. Seattle at Los Angeles Rams.
I hate the split on this game. Watching football last week, this should be a zero chance that the Rams even have a fucking chance. The Rams might be one of the most fraudulent 7-2 teams in the NFL right now.
If the Eagles weren't 7-2, I'd agree with you.
That was also my. I'm taking Seattle by 3 scores.
I'm taking Seattle. Because it's the NFC West, I'm not taking it by 3 scores. I'm taking Seattle. San Francisco at Arizona.
I'm taking San Francisco.
I am as well. Baltimore at Cleveland.
This game's going to... I hate how fun this one's going to be to watch. You know what I mean? You do. That's the issue. I'm taking the Ravens.
I don't know what to fucking do with this game. I'm taking the Ravens. When the Browns win on Sunday, I'm going to be like, yeah, that makes fucking sense.
It tracks. It's AFC North football.
Kansas City at Denver.
Kansas City.
I'm taking Kansas City, and I would like to put the note on this game. I think genuinely this is a must-win for both teams.
I can see that.
Because if Kansas City loses, and I mean, I talked about this with the Bills last week, your record falls to a spot you don't want it to be. If you lose again, you're at 5-5. And now we have to have serious conversations about the playoffs. Denver, wins this game, effectively, they've shut Kansas City out of the AFC West crown. Both teams absolutely need this game. This is the biggest game since Denver played in the Super Bowl.
I can see this. I don't disagree with you. I look at this game. I don't even want it to be on my TV. This is going to be a sloppy Chiefs game like we're used to seeing this season, and the Broncos are going to be hanging in there. If they win, it's going to be exactly how they've won the other 8 games. Fucking barely and not sure how.
Yeah.
And if it's because Talanoa Hufanga has an incredible interception because best safety in the league, then, like, so be it. Because he not getting talked about enough for Defensive Player of the Year, and I wish he would get a little bit more respect. Just because he looks exactly like Troy Polamalu, I understand doesn't mean that all the time they play like that. He plays just like Troy Polamalu.
Yeah. And honestly, part of the reason that pushed me over, where I'm like, I think Kansas City wins this game, Pat Surtain's on IR.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit at Philadelphia.
Detroit.
Cowboys at Vegas.
I'm not going to watch it. What? Of all weeks to have Monday night doubleheaders, this was the game we choose to leave by itself.
This is a standalone game on Monday night, primetime football.
Are you not super excited right now that we can't watch that game because we have YouTube TV?
Randy has ESPN Plus signed in on his account at the bowling alley. I can still, unfortunately, watch that game. I unfortunately watched Philadelphia and Green Bay, at least part of it, because Disbro started texting me during the game, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's on that television that I could pay attention to. I'm taking the Cowboys because the Vegas sucks.
Vegas is so bad.
I mean, the Cowboys are better than the Raiders. I'm not saying they're good, but they're better.
Yeah, they're 3-5 instead of 2-7.
Fucking ridiculous. But
yeah, that's
so dumb.
That's a terrible football game.
Yeah, I do enjoy when they put those games on there because I'm like, oh, good. I don't have to pay attention to the game. I can focus on bowling.
Well, what sucks about it is because on Tuesday, and they never usually Tuesday morning, all the sports talk radio or whatever, they'll kind of highlight the Monday night game because they've already talked about everything on Sunday, but then they'll get into talking points from Sunday. When it's the Cowboys on primetime, Monday night games or Thursday night games, the next day, it is just Cowboys.
Yeah. So fucking awful.
I get Jerry Jones is paid to be on the TV. That's what's happening. He is putting it out there. It's all about fucking exposure.
Yep.
We don't want to see that. Can we stop tuning in on? Can we?
I mean, yes, because as long as you have YouTube TV, you can't do it anyhow.
Thank you, Disney.
Jesus Christ! And thanks YouTube for allowing me the option to sign up for a $20 credit. Fucking stupid. I'm so irritated with that whole situation. I'm about to go to fucking Hulu.
I am happy. One small thing. I am happy that YouTube didn't fucking cave, and then because they were going to turn around and pass that buck on to us.
Oh yeah, but it's just
'cause it's when YouTube TV came out, it was like $45 a month.
$34.99 was the original
Damn
price.
near fucking $80 right now.
The base package is $82.99.
Last I seen it, I thought it was $70.
No,
fortunately,
base package is $82.99.
So we're back to cable is what we're at essentially.
We're back to where cable was because cable has still continued to somehow increase in price.
That also doesn't make it. Yeah,
It's so dumb.
But all of the fucking companies that are like, well, we need to be charged. We need more money for you to carry our stuff. We're not making enough on our subscriptions. Maybe because ESPN Plus is a fucking shit subscription. If I'm paying for it, which thank God for Verizon, I'm not. What it doesn't get you anything. I'm sorry. Not everybody wants to watch cricket for $5.99 or the WNBA or fucking dodgeball. Like, you have the most ridiculous fucking sports on your... If I'm paying that, I would like to be able to watch the main sports. Give me hockey, give me baseball. Which ESPN fucked their contract with Sunday Night Baseball in America.
Yep.
So they fucked baseball up. And they thought the MLB was going to cave, and they didn't. So they had to go crawling back to MLB to get that spot back over the summer. I don't remember if you remember that whole fiasco. So we lost that for like 6 weeks. Sunday Night Baseball in America. You have one game on ESPN. It's a Monday night game. And you cannot watch it with your subscription. Why the fuck would anybody pay for that? You want me to pay more for a Hulu with live TV subscription to link to the... fuck you, Disney.
It's such a fucking disaster.
I'm totally siding with YouTube, but to sign up for your credit seems to be a little bit of bullshit.
Yeah.
Give
the credit to your
because
customers.
it's on your base package.
Yeah.
ESPN and Disney are on the base package.
Just give the credit to your customers. This shouldn't have to be a fucking sign-up process. It's so fucking irritating. If I could find a way, I'm about to buy one of the boxes and say, fuck it. Like, it's getting to that point where I'm like, I don't even care anymore. As what is happening is fucking stupid. On that bright note, I think we're gonna get out of here.
Oh, we don't want to end talking about the AFC South quarterbacks?
Oh, god damn it.
We can save that for next week.
Yeah, let's do that. Need another week to evaluate. As Davis Mills is now apparently a part of the conversation. I gotta do a little bit of archaeology studying so I can figure out what Littlefoot does for a living. We're gonna get out of here.
Throw dimes.
Fucking A. And I do have a statement that I meant to read last week. Me and Lou had a conversation about this because he came up with a betting strategy that he feels pretty confident in, and that's just bet against us. So I feel like I need to read this disclaimer on the podcast.
Okay.
Welcome to the Too Fat to Play podcast. This is a show made by idiots for idiots. All winnings based against our picks owe 10% of the winnings to the podcast. Thank you.
Yeah, that seems fair.
With that, be kind to each other, love one another, and always remember, fuck the Cowboys.